What led to your MS diagnosis? What symptoms caused you to take action?
Well, what led to my diagnosis was I was having a really hard time talking. My balance was getting extremely off. I knew that it had something to do with my brain, so I didn't go to the doctor right away. It got to the point that I couldn't talk at all, and I was almost falling over. So I called, and they said, "You need to go to the emergency room right now." So then I got scared, didn't know what it was. My first thought was it was a brain tumor, because I knew it was something with my brain. So that was my fear. When they told me that I had MS, I immediately started crying because I was very uninformed. I thought that that meant that I was going to be in a wheelchair tomorrow, which that does not mean that. But I was scared until I learned.
What has been
It's
your
not a
course of
death
action in the last 6.5 years?
I started out taking Copaxone, which was giving myself shots every day. Wasn't really bad at first. It got to be a little too much, so I had switched to a pill form, Tecfidera, which gave me some really bad flushing, and I didn't really care for it. But also in that time, I was very much in denial during the Copaxone and the Tecfidera. In my mind, I didn't have it. I was functioning, I was working, I was walking, I was talking. Everything was good. So I was in serious denial. I didn't have MS. So I wasn't very diligent on taking my medicine because I didn't have it.
How has this disease changed your life?
How's the disease changed my life? The first 3 years of my diagnosis, like I said, I was in denial. Didn't think I had it, so I wasn't really taking my meds because I didn't have it. And then I had an MRI, which is a yearly thing that I get, and I got the phone call that told me that I had many more lesions on my brain and some of my spine, which I knew that once they got to the spine, that was bad. So it started affecting more things, gave me some great fatigue. I had muscle spasms. I had troubles with my bladder. So then then it became real. Like, okay, I have this, and I had to accept it. Because of that, the Copaxone and the Tecfidera were no longer working, so I switched to Tysabri, which is a monthly infusion that takes a couple hours, and so far that's been going really well. I don't really have many symptoms or bad days, so it's going pretty good. But I did have to come to terms with the fact that I have MS. This is real, and I accept it now. I accept it very much. I don't let it affect my life. I don't let it take over my life. I stay positive, and when I have a bad day, you know what? I have a bad day. I have to rest. That's what you do. But all in all, this isn't a death sentence. I live pretty normal. I just have to take it easy when I have to take it easy. So I have MS. I have come to terms with it.
Are you involved in any support groups that help you with your MS?
I don't really go to any outside support groups, but I do belong to some Facebook support groups that are very useful. There's a lot of tools on there, a lot of information of things that people go through, because this disease really is a snowflake disease. Everyone is different. So I can go on there with a new symptom and ask, and there are many people that will respond. It makes me feel better. It makes me feel not alone. I also get a lot of information from my neurologist. I have a good relationship with her, and I really like her. So that's how I get my support.